Yeah, actually, I think let's get back to Buddhism. I want to hear from Venerable Doctor from the Buddhist perspective. I was wondering why the Buddha laid down this training rule. If we look back at the Buddha's time, I think you'd like what we call the Western alcohol, types of wine, whiskey, some wine, vodka, a lot of things were not there in the times of the Buddha. But why did the Buddha lay down this training rule, as a precept, as a rule of practice for our lay practitioner? Do you know the reason behind that? Ande?
Actually, that precept exists even before the Buddha. I mean, in terms of the five precepts, as you already know. Yeah, so that is a basic, there's a fundamental practices to live a happy family life. And among the five, taking alcohol is severely damage the relationship within the family, within this society. I mean, in terms of family, we can see the domestic violence, the illness started from drinking alcohol, and the cause of life of the drinker themselves. I think the Buddha saw it clearly in his mind that drinking alcohol not just destroying the physical body, but also destroys the mentality of the person, of the drinker, especially. So one, the mentality is destroy means you destroy your own life. That's why the Buddha put that precept among the five precepts as a fundamental practice of the lay practitioner.
Yes, so Pandey, can you move on talking about the disadvantages as taught by the Buddha? Like, what are the disadvantages, by consuming alcohol from the Buddhist perspective?
Okay, so in terms of the bad consequences of drinking alcohol, we can divide it into two, the present consequences. So like you lose your money to the beer, to the alcohol, you lose your time, you lose your friendships, and according to Buddhism, even you are drunk, you are drunkard, and then no one may come to see your daughter because you are always drink every day.
Bad name. Yes.
Bad name. Yeah. To the family, to the next generation. That is a present consequences. And in Buddhism also talk about the future consequences. You will be born in hell, in Peta, ghost. I mean, what do you say? What do you call it?
Hungry ghost.
Hungry ghost. Asura, yeah. Asura. And also animal realm. So those, according to the Buddhism, those who drink a lot, and the next life will be born in those realms. And also, if you were born as human being, you have less intelligence.
Right.
You were born to the same family, to the same mother, to the same family, the father, but in terms of intelligence, in terms of capacity to learn, you have less because of that bad consequence of drinking.
Decrease the memory, right? Decrease.
Yeah. So in the present consequence, I mean, you can see, I mean, the WHO also put alcoholic consumption into one factors of killing worldwide. Drinking alcohol is cause maybe, if I don't get it, sorry, if I am not wrong, about 300 types of diseases generated from drinking alcohol, according to WHO. So that is the present consequence. I think the Buddha already mentioned 2,500 years ago, and then now they said that, and they advise especially young people not to drink because I listened to one research conducted in France, and then they conclude that the amount of alcoholic that you take and that is not harmful for your health is zero. I am surprised that not the Buddhist research to conduct that type of research. That is a scientist conduct the research, and they conclude that the amount of alcohol for the safe drinking is zero. So don't drink.
Mhm.
Not drink.
How about the wine, venerables? Because in France, people they say that they have to drink wine. That's the reason why they have long age, old. They live long life. Is that I know because they don't think about Buddhism because they are not Buddhist. The French, the European, the Christians, they are not Buddhist, and so it is okay for those people when they reborn, they don't have intelligence like what it is in the Buddhist belief.
I think drinking alcohol is not divided. You are Christian, you are Buddhist. You drink, you get drunk. That is universal.
Your own karma, yeah.
Your own karma. So the consequences is not okay. You are Buddhist, you will receive this. Is you are Christian, you will receive that. So it depends on your own karma, and whatever you've done, that karma we will give it return back to you. Okay.